if you think fat loss is overly complicated, it's because the multi-billion-dollar industry wants you to think so. You don't have to do 6 a.m. cardio, you don't have to do keto diets, or you don't have to cut carbs. You just have to understand 5 things, and when you do, fat loss becomes boringly simple. In this video, I'm going to give you the ultimate guide that I would give to my friends or my best friend if I wanted them to lose fat. Number 1, calories in versus calories out. The sooner we understand that fat loss comes down to calories in versus calories out, the better. If you are literally eating in a calorie deficit, which is obviously the word that gets thrown around in the fitness industry nowadays, like left, right and centre. If you were to be in a calorie deficit but just eat toasties versus being in a calorie surplus but eating fruit and veg and salads, you would lose calories on the toasty diet. If you are eating more than you are burning, so burning as in like digestion, steps, cardio, like you're never going to lose body fat or you're never going to lose weight. You don't have to cut carbs. Now if that works for you, then that works for you. You also need to understand that every diet that you see online, that mightn't be suited to you or your lifestyle. So you need to find the diet that works for you, whether that's a keto diet, a carnivore diet, a diet that you have to do fasted cardio in the morning, or that you're intermittent fasting, or whatever. Whatever the diet is, you need to find one that suits you. And once you understand that if you are burning less calories than you're eating, you are never going to lose body fat, basically. Every successful diet, whatever the label is, it just helps people to eat fewer calories. So that can be tailored towards them. So whatever diet that you have that you eat fewer calories on, that's the diet that you should stick with. And that's the one that should work for you. How many times have you asked yourself, oh, this girl that I follow or this boy influencer that I love, he does a keto diet, so I'm going to do a keto diet, but then that doesn't work for you because he's on shift work and you're working 4 days a week, and he works out in the morning and you work in the evening. So you need to just find which one works for you. The sooner you do that, the sooner we can move on to point 2. I think I actually seen a video recently on Sean Casey just to prove the point that I'm talking about. He done a diet just eating toasties, and that's why I referenced it previous, and he lost body fat. So again, if you want to watch a video to prove my point, then go over to his page and he has it somewhere. I'll try link it in the description somewhere. Anyhow, number 2, or point number 2, we have protein. Now, protein is the biggest gym bro word thrown around, so we need to just understand protein a small bit, right? Why it's so important. So first of all, it's a macronutrient. It's the most filling macronutrient. So when you have a high protein diet, it does keep you fuller for longer. So do you ever wonder when you eat a protein bar and it's pure chewy, and then you're full for like an hour and a half, but if you had like a packet of Skittles, you're starving straight away? Yeah, it's because protein is so filling, okay? With protein, okay, we need to be aiming for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Even 20 or 30 grams off that is still okay. We need to understand, right, if we're not maintaining muscle or actively trying to put on muscle while we're losing body fat, we're just going to look skinny. Now, if that's the look that you want to go for, then that's okay. Like if you look at runners that don't gym, like they're very, very thin, obviously because they're just doing so much cardio. If you do this fat loss thing and you don't have muscle, you're not going to look toned, you're going to look skinny. So like, especially with girls, so like that favorite influencer that you look up to, like when they look toned and curvy around the shoulders or on the waist or whatever, it's because they have muscle. That's muscle, okay? Obviously for boys you can see it a bit more naturally because boys just have more testosterone and they build muscle faster. But we have to be preserving or building muscle. Protein is the most important macro. So macro being proteins, carbs and fats, okay? Now I can do another video on them some other time, but just today, protein. If you have a diet where you're having cereal in the morning and you're having this low calorie cereal, and you're still hoping to wake up with abs or a bigger chest, then honestly just dream on. We need to be having protein with every meal. So a nice tip that I do is every meal that I have is what source of protein do I have in this? In the morning, is it eggs? Is it chicken or meat for my dinner? Or even if I don't have protein in the meal, I'll have a protein milk or a protein shake. Now, you don't have to have it with everything, but if you do break it up evenly, it is a bit easier to consume protein. So make sure that you are not neglecting protein, and you are at least maintaining a nice level of protein where you're maintaining muscle or actively putting on more muscle, okay? Number 3, or point number 3, is resistance training. So if you are not resistance training, you are going to slow down how fast you're going to fat loss, or how fast you're going to burn fat, basically. You need to be lifting weights to tell your body to maintain muscle, or even, again, actively put it on. Now, most people aren't doing fat loss unless they're in the gym, but some people do this fat loss thing without being in the gym. But if you are doing that, you're literally diminishing your chances of looking more toned, which is the look that everyone goes for. So if you are in a fat loss phase, you need to be at least gymming twice a week. Again, time-wise, it all comes down to yourself. If you can only get 1 or 2 home workouts or 1 workout in the gym, it's going to be harder, but you need to be actively resistance training, whether that's in the gym, calisthenics, whatever your form of resistance training is. And we need to be progressively overloading. So we need to be maintaining every week or over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, putting on more weight onto the machine or the exercise. And that doesn't come without logging. Again, look at your favorite influencer, especially with women. I guarantee you, the woman, no, whatever about males, because obviously males are going to lift heavier. But like, if you're a girl watching this, the woman that you want to be like on Instagram, I bet you she's so strong. She's so much stronger than you in the gym. And she has that body that you're looking for. So make sure that we do resistance training, and we need to be in the gym at least twice a week. So we're telling our bodies to break down the muscle fibers, to have protein in the diet and rebuild them, if not even more, with extra protein. If we're having protein in our diet, sorry. Use cardio just to burn energy, and again, like, cardio and steps is like good for digestion as well. So if you're doing cardio to just like kill yourself because you had 2 digestives with a cup of tea, then that's like the wrong mindset to have altogether. Do cardio to get fit and to improve your cardiovascular system, and think about it just as burning more energy, okay? Try not to just kill yourself for having 2 digestives. Sorry for throwing strays at digestives. I like digestives. But it's the wrong mindset to have. It's not like I had a Mars bar, which is 500 calories, so I need to go burn 500 calories on the Stairmaster, because that's not the way it works at all. Last thing, just focus on getting stronger while being in a diet phase, okay? If you just focus on getting stronger, you're going to be okay. Now, point number 4 is, again, another one that you're going to hear all the time. Consistency, okay? Now, people hear that and they click off the video or they just swipe up, but just hear me out for a second. Like, nobody is consistent with their goals, really. The people that we look up to, or the people that I look up to, are consistent. In the grand scheme of things, like, fucking 99% of people aren't consistent with most things they do. Or they're probably consistent for a week or 2, or they tell themselves or they tell you that they're consistent, and they're not, okay? So consistency is going to be beat perfection every single time, every day of the week. So if you're not moving down the scales every week, then that's okay. Look at your fat loss, not just on the scales, but look at it with the difference of your clothes. Look at it with the difference of how you look. So the visual difference, the weighing scale difference. You can even measure yourself if you want. But consistency over long term. Again, if the aggressive calorie deficit, like 6, 7, 8 weeks works for you just before the holiday, then you do you. That's okay for you. But for most people, it's going to be long term. We need to think about fat loss as long term and not just an easy fix. But again, we're not perfect, so for some people the easy fix works as well. So focus on what we're doing over the course of a few months and not just a few days, and stop restarting on a Monday. I literally always tell myself I have certain goals in life and things that I want to do, and I'm like, Saturday nights with the lads come up every now and then, or you forget about a wedding, or the sun is out and you go 3 days on the trot without going to the gym. You need to be prepared for all these things. So be consistent. Stop turning Monday into next month. And if you say Monday, then make it fucking Monday. You sign this imaginary contract with yourself in your head. So you need to get these things done if you want to get to where you want to be. So yeah, basically we just have to be consistent. If you are consistent, you're going to be better than 99% of people, I promise you. But people don't fail because they had a few gats and a pizza on a Saturday. They fail because Monday is actually next month. So they don't restart Monday, they just restart next month, and then next month turns into the following month. Then they're only consistent for 2 weeks as opposed to 4 weeks, and it's just this ongoing cat and mouse kind of thing. So you just be consistent and you're going to be better than 99% of people. And last but definitely not least is fat burners, okay? So we do not need to be wasting our money on fat burners. If fat burners worked, do you think I would be making this video for you? Do you not think I'd be walking around looking like Action Man? Or everyone that you know will be walking around looking like Action Man? Do I walk around looking like Action Man, do I? They probably do the smallest bit of a difference at best, and they don't even work unless your ducks are in order anyway. And even on top of that, they don't work unless you're taking, juice or peptides and stuff. And again, they only work if your ducks are in order. So I would save my money for fat burners, and I would put it towards a better gym membership or a better food shop, or some gym clothes. So like for me, if I get new gym clothes, that I want to go to the gym and wear my new gym clothes, whatever that case is, don't waste your money on fat burners. They do not work. Minimum effectiveness at best, okay? If they worked, then there would be no such thing as fucking gym, and they're just a waste of money. They're just a fancy fucking label on some shitty pills that say you know, quick fixes. You lose X amount of pounds in X amount of weeks. Like, obviously it doesn't work if the shelf is full of them, okay? Minimum effect at best. So if you've got all the way to the end of this video and you're waiting for the secret, and I mean the top secret fat loss tip, it is that there isn't one. Just focus on resistance training, focus on being on a calorie deficit, focus on getting your steps in, your cardio in, being consistent, treating yourself every now and then to a night out, treating yourself every now and then to a bit of chocolate just to keep you sane, calorie banking, all this stuff. The more you are consistent, the better. And there is no fat loss tip. You just have to be patient with it and think about it more long term. Again, if everybody was going to be in shape in just 6 to 8 weeks, then, you know, nobody would be looking for these tips. So you just have to join the queue and be patient with it, okay? The sooner that you get the gym and all these fat loss related things into your weekly regimen and stop looking at it as a chore and a 6-week thing, then the better. And it's because it's all about perspective with these things. I'm in the gym 9 years and I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. But I just got to keep myself sane, okay? If you found this helpful, drop me a comment and let me know things that you struggle with your fat loss journey. I do read and like and reply to every comment, and it also gives me ideas for my next videos. So let me know what you struggle with, or let me know what you want me to cover, because again, the fitness industry is full of absolute clowns, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that just feeds you lies and lies, and the sooner you realize that, the better. And there is very few people out there to help you, but luckily you have me. Alright, so let me know what you want to see in the next video. Again, if you want a more science-based, fat loss, muscle gain, calisthenics, just let me know. And let me just cut through the noise and give you some actual proper advice. Here's my challenge, okay? In the next do you know what now? We're lazy, we're getting lazy as humans. So 2 weeks, get your steps up, try get stronger, try clean up the diet a small bit, and then get back to me. Let me know if the tips or the advice that I've given you has helped. So try these tips, get back to me, and let me know how you get on. And we go from there. Cheers.